Enough said, I'm a Nigerian. Enough said, Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian.
We're on the subject. Now, I have spoken to one or two Nigerian girls that grew up in the diaspora,
Yeah.
Igbo or Yoruba, as the case is, and I'm from Edo State. Now, speaking of tradition, speaking of deity, and speaking of this, I remember the girl told me, even last week, one told me that you Edo guys, we have to leave you alone, because you people are very juju, very disoriented, and you bring these things. And I went ahead and I spoke to Tico. I think we had a conversation about this.
Yeah.
To say, how is this happening? And he mentioned, he said, even if you look at the movies, the Nollywood movies and stuff, that is a big industry over here in diaspora.
Yep.
It is also what is being fed, the narrative coming from there. How do we change this? First of all, let me ask, is this narrative true at all? That Benin people, diabolical, it might be true in Nigeria, I don't know.
Back then, yes, it's true. A lot of people are scared of the ladies as well as the men. However, those who are very well educated don't practice it.
Yeah.
It's the ones who are not educated that practice it. That is the difference.
But practicing it and does it work? Is the first word I want to say. And then secondly, it gives the whole Benin an image, as you're seeing now. It gives the whole here.
I think probably the reason why it is actually giving Benin that kind of image is probably from the royals, because we have royalty.
The royals are our gatekeepers.
Yeah,
The traditional.
Yes. They are the traditional rulers. They are the traditional decision makers. So hence the reason why
They still custodians.
Yes.
But you have Oba of Lagos. You have traditional rulers in all these other places, but they're not attributed with the
Well, don't forget, that's why we're called the Great Benin Kingdom. We are the only kingdom
same inside.
so everything, it happens in there. I don't know about, I'm sure, like you're saying now, they have their own offers, they could do their own thing. I mean, they
do.
Yeah,
it's not even that. They do. But they seem to, anytime they see an Edo person, they seem to be extra.
Yes.
On the juju front.
Yes.
You understand? They seem to say that. And
Because obviously that's what they had put forward, while we were all, growing up. They have Igwe Festival. I don't even know what that is.
No, this is like Christmas. I know about Igwe Festival. It's like Benin Christmas, like Christmas carols and stuff like that.
I remember, and I'll tell you this now, I remember my mom would tell us, don't eat from that food because it's not godly.
That's what your mom
My
says?
mom, yes. Because my mom was very into her Christianity. Yeah.
But we have, I would counter to say the Beninese or the Edo people are the oldest people that hold tradition the way it is.
Yes.
Because that's why we have the Igwe Festival and look at where it's come from. But in discussing this problem, does Nollywood miss the beat? You understand? Like I'm telling you about, because we can talk about it historically because of where we're from. Now, for the children normally, and the way Nollywood is portraying it, how do you think it's doing to our image? If I tell you that this girl's are saying against you, Benin, you understand?
I mean, yeah, that's Benin. With Benin movies. I watch Benin movies and I see it happening there. But
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people will just go and put Benin movies on. But when you talk about Nollywood, we're talking about the real
Nollywood.
Nollywood. They do it. But those ones, they just practice love portion. Oh, I want my husband to love me more, and I want to be rich, get rich quick. They engage themselves in the courts to get rich and do all sorts of things. That's
the one that
do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now in a wider context, right? If you see, if you had a great, like the Titanic, like the way the Western world has moved on, if they gave a black person a type of role. A lot of people kick off to say, look at the role you gave, you understand, the black person, look at the role, because they're trying to move away from the stigma. They're trying to move like we're good enough to be American president. Now, if you come over to Nollywood, right,
Yeah.
even when they have people from Edo State acting in mainstream Nollywood, they seem to push them towards the Juju side. Or if anything is happening from in a Nollywood flick, if anything is happening from Edo State, they seem to put some Juju side. You understand?
I'm a fan of Nollywood. I love to watch movies because I don't watch movies just because I want to watch it. I watch it to learn from it.
Yes.
There are lessons learned from it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. If this is
I haven't seen that.
you haven't seen that.
No, I haven't.
I would say a clear observation, like, okay, if you took movies from Benin, the basis of the movie from Benin is something diabolical will happen to you. There's always,
Really?
that's why I think they say it.
Okay.
That's why I think, like,
I will have to be on the lookout there because I have not really seen it like that. Except maybe it's there. Maybe I overlooked it.
maybe I'm even exaggerating, but I think if in 2023, last week, if I'm having a conversation with somebody in the diaspora that has never been to Nigeria before, and she's talking to me as an Edo guy, the Benin guy, and say, you people, something is going on that needs to be looked at, the way we portray ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's the movies, And if you say, how would you close this one, or what do we have to do?
I'll close it as we, the Benin women, as well as the men, our traditions are there, but that doesn't mean we practice it to harm anyone.
No.
So we are good people.
Yes.
And don't regret ever having a friend as a Benin person or getting married to a Benin person. Don't be frightened. We're not it's trending, yes, they say, oh, we do this, we do that, but we're not. We're not this generation. We're not.
No.
Back in the day, in my grandma's generation, I would say yes, but now I would say no. We don't.
Benin is full of more Christians.
We don't. My overall director, he came to my office 2 weeks ago, and he was like, where are you from? And I said, I'm from Benin. He was like, wow, you Benin? And this man was speaking nice things about the Benin women.
He's a Nigerian.
Yes, he's a Nigerian. He said Benin women are driven, they are very, very strong. They believe in when they are married to their man, they give their all. Their love is all. They give their all. They respect. They know the do's and the don'ts. And I sat there, I was like, wow, this is really, really good.
But I think that man just spoken the truth, because
Exactly.
if you take away I don't think it's the women doing it. I think it goes back to the conversation that we had earlier on. You understand?
Yes.
I don't think it's the women at all. I think it's the men. You understand? Because if you ask about Benin women or women from Edo State, across Nigeria, besides that Italian edition where everybody was going through Libya, across Nigeria, they will tell you that's their first choice. They're domesticated, they care, they're not cheat, they don't cheat.
Because they know the traditions that governs these things.
Yeah.
If you do it, the consequences will be disastrous. They know it.
Thank you.
So they won't do it.
And I think if there's any problem with this stigma, it's also the men that have projected this to that know, and who knows? But then again, as we close off, I would close it off by saying we need to modernize our tradition.
Yes, we have to.
And speak about these things.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's not because we are moving away from being running away from our tradition.
No.
Hence the reason why we're becoming Christians. No, it's not at all.
Okay.
I think it's a barbaric tradition and needs to be looked at again.
Even the British, they have changed over time.
Exactly.
They've changed, and I think they even made so much progress during Queen Elizabeth because she was a woman.
That's right.
You understand? Yes.
That's right.
And we expect to see similar progress. Thank you very much. Best bits.
Yeah.
Enough said, I'm Nigerian.